And good afternoon, everybody. Here we go, episode 5.
You're so happy.
I'm fired up. I'm fired up. You know why I'm fired up?
Why are you fired up?
Because our numbers sucked last week.
Yeah,
Our
here we
numbers
go
weren't
again.
good.
Well, put it this way, no changing back.
Look, there's no new venue.
No change of anything
Can you do this?
because we barely got to 100 people.
Worst showing.
Not getting to 100 people basically means here we are.
Yeah,
again,
this is
in
like
front of this on a Thursday. I'm not doing this earlier in the week when you can't.
This is a elimination game. This is elimination game. This could be it, folks.
So it's been a long time. So last Thursday.
It's been a week.
Well, it's been a long time since you would say you spoke to the people.
It's been a long time since I spoke to the people.
The 100 people that watched.
Polar Pete.
Probably only half of them watched for more than 10 minutes.
The retention was up.
The retention was
up. I don't
know what that means.
The comments were good. People were engaged.
All right,
I don't know.
Let's start with the Jet game. So I went to 2 live sporting events last week. So I went to the Jets on Thursday. I went to Clemson game on Saturday. We'll start with the Jet game. The NFL is just terrible. The whole product is bad. You get to the stadium, you can't get into the parking lot.
Well, that's why I don't go.
But I got there. It's an 8:15 game. I got there at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. What time are we supposed to get there? We got dogs sniffing the cars. Like
I don't go.
You had season tickets.
I had season tickets. I don't go.
Then you get to you get there, right? And now everyone takes up 2 spots, which didn't used to be the way. I haven't been there in 5 years. But it's not the way it was. Like, you try to get in that J9 lot, everybody's taking up multiple spots.
Yeah, it's not cool.
It's just, yeah.
People are animals. Listen, Northeast.
Well, that is number 2. So,
all right, segue.
So, I get a spot, right, and there's some room. So, I'm there with my son. He wants to throw the football around. Me and James are tossing the pigskin around. There's people driving in the parking lot 30, 40 miles per hour.
Remember the Nerf Turbo Screamer?
I do.
Orange and black?
McAfee has one.
Does he?
Yeah, Pagano missed it out of the hoop really bad today. Okay. Speaking of Pagano.
That's on there?
My Uncle Joe's like Pagano. You don't watch?
No, not today. I was busy today.
He's on
every Thursday.
Twice a week. Yeah. Another day, too. Yeah. Anyway, so they drive like idiots through the parking lot. It's like you took the NFL fan base is like you took a bunch of people who live in their parents' basement. You only let them out like a couple times a year. They are wearing Wayne Corbett jerseys that they haven't washed. The numbers are all coming off. Dirty jeans. And they smell, a lot of them.
I washed mine, but that's my way to sleep.
A Wayne Corbett jersey?
Not Wayne Corbett, but Antonio Bryant, maybe.
Would you go to the game? Would you go to the game wearing that?
I would not.
Is he dead?
Antonio Bryant?
Yeah,
he might be.
I'm thinking that. Who's the fella back of the pickup truck?
T.J. Huzmanzada?
No, it's Henry. T.J. Huzmanzada's alive.
Oh, he was a tight end. It was Chris Henry. Chris Henry. Pour a little bit out for our boy Chris Henry. What the frick do we have?
This is Icarus.
Oh, this is weird. I'm having deja vu right now. This
Drinking
is really
crayons. Weird. But hold on, we're gonna do this like the stadium. I'm gonna let you open it with this.
I don't know if. What is this paraphernalia? Just in case? Oh, yeah. So.
I didn't have a shirt, but
you're a jerk.
What I figured was.
You're a jerk.
When I was flying home, I was in Charlotte at the airport.
Jerk.
And the game of the week, I guess, was the Cowboys and the Ravens. And it was like a 30-point game.
Yeah.
It's good beer.
Drinking crayons. Where's Icarus?
Brick
City.
So we'll go back to the. So now you get.
All right, so Jet fans are horrible people. That's what I got out of
So that's how we started.
Jet
now
fans.
You get into the stadium, right? And the stadium is brutal.
Absolutely
terrible
brutal.
place.
That's why I don't go.
Terrible place. And you're in there, and now like we're shooting T-shirts to people. Like, here we go.
It's a net game?
Why are we shooting T-shirts? People are diving over seats. These idiots, these dirtbags,
it's a free shirt.
Are diving over for a free shirt.
They'll wear that shirt till the numbers come off.
Like the Wayne Corbett shirt. We were actually making jokes about, I guess they must have gave out free shirts at some point.
Was on
it was
the shirt?
First home game.
Who was on the shirt?
I have no idea. No, it probably just said the Jets. But the back of the shirt, people were wearing these shirts that must have been free also, and the back of the shirt had the schedule. Who walks around? It's not like you won the Super Bowl and you buy one of those shirts that has a schedule on the back.
No.
Walking around with the schedule.
Nope.
So then, like, I don't think I could be more annoyed. And then, I got to apologize. Fireman Ed's not watching this. But if he was,
he's the worst.
I apologize to Fireman Ed. So,
why are you apologizing to him? He abandoned the fan base. He should be a cult hero to you.
But I'm one of the reasons why he abandoned the fan base. So
let's go, D.
A long time ago, Fireman Ed.
He's not watching.
But in the new stadium, he's there, and he's yelling at all the fans. So we're down like 24-0. We kick a field goal. Rex was coaching. He kicks a field goal. Like, the defense already gave up 24 points. Rex, what do we kick a field goals for?
Sexy Rexy.
So Fireman Ed's in my section. That's where he sat. He's walking up and down the section, yelling at all of us for sitting. And because we didn't do the JETS, just chant, and it was a field goal. So I got up. So Fireman Ed's like looking at me. I'm sitting with my brother, and he's like, don't do it. And I got up, and I told Fireman Ed how I felt. That I'm not getting up to do the JETS, just chant after a field goal when it's 24-0.
It's all over.
So, but when he came back, so I'm one of the reasons I was the jerk that yelled at Fireman Ed. I get it. But he's back.
He's back.
But they do a split screen. Well, first of all, you don't need to put Fireman Ed up on the Jumbotron. Everybody knows when you do. You look for him. He has a perch. Yeah. You look for Fireman Ed. Again, I feel like I'm at a Nets game. Imported sound, shooting T-shirts. They give you this bracelet when you walk in, and it lights up. It gives you a seizure. It lights up as the game's going on. But then they do a split screen for the JETS, Jets. It's Fireman Ed, this Jetman moron with a jet hat on, and this random clown. And now they're all doing together.
Like the Village People?
Yeah, but it's Fireman Ed's thing. We can't be stealing it with, like, it's a circus. It's a circus. It's just, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's
terrible.
Jets first, I said the Jets were going to win and blow them out. Jets first home win against the Pats since 2015. I was probably there.
Yeah. How good is Sam Darnold?
We're not talking about him yet. Okay. That was Aaron Rodgers, that touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson, pretty crazy stat. His first touchdown pass was a first-round pick in his career, 525 touchdown passes.
People forget that Brett Favre was drafted by the Falcons and just never played. People just think about him as...
He's going to jail.
What I thought about Brett, that's what I was thinking about. I don't know why I brought that up.
But he's going to jail anyway.
You think that real or fake? His Parkinson's.
That's got to be real, I think.
Yeah?
No.
All right.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is great. First time I've ever seen the Jets have a good quarterback. I thought Brandon Allen is pretty unbelievable.
Brandon Allen or Braylon Allen?
Maybe Braylon Allen.
It's Braylon.
Didn't watch him in college.
Could you imagine if they fact-checked Kamala Harris like I fact-check you? I'm better looking than David Meir.
But his ratings are terrible. Terrible.
Our ratings are just as bad.
Today, they go, whoever was interviewing me with that lady, he's like, not smart. That's what he said. It was pretty funny. So he dropped to the 4th round because he refused, as he said, to go to the combine and sprint in his underwear.
Oh, Braylon Allen?
Yeah. I thought that was, I never heard that.
Was it Wisconsin?
Wisconsin. But he just refused to, run in his underwear at the combine to show how fast he was.
You think he's got a small pecker?
I don't know what that has to do with anything. That's kind of weird, and I don't really...
That's why it isn't yet. All right.
So then we get to... So now I go down, I fly into Charlotte, right? And we go to the Clemson game. And then it's a college game down south. Now you're walking in the Tiger Walk, right? Yeah. I really don't like Clemson at all.
What was he wearing?
You got to dress. You got to dress the part.
Got to dress to impress.
Got to dress the part. So I went to a great tailgate. Had a great time. But you're in the stadium, and they run down the hill. They touch the rock. Dabo leads them out. I'm ready to go play a football game.
Who's a better college coach than Dabo?
Nick Saban.
That is currently coaching.
Well, Dabo's a moron.
I'm not saying he's smart. He's a great college coach.
But he's never going to win again with the way that he's handling this.
Not the question that I asked. Actual X's and O's college coach, motivator of young men. Who's better than him right now in the league? And
Lane. And I would take Lane.
You love Lane.
I love Lane.
You love Lane. And you know what?
He's so cool.
I too love Lane. He is very.
I'm not a big Kirby Smart guy. No. He was a great defensive guy at Bama, but Lane. You want to go play for Lane Kiffin?
Absolutely. I want to hang out with him.
He'd be sitting here. Lane, would you sit and have a beer with us?
Absolutely. Lane, come on the show.
I actually have a connection.
You have a connection?
2 connections at Ole Miss. I don't know if they know Lane now.
We may have to work it. If we get to We get to 300 views. Our
We'll
first video hit 200.
It was from a month ago.
Oh, whatever.
If it stays up for 10 years, I mean, maybe you'll get to 300.
That's not the point I was trying to make.
So anyway, so you're at the Clemson game, right? Nostalgia when you're walking in. Really cool stuff going on. You know, they run down the hill. Everyone's clean. They definitely showered before they went to the game.
In the dirty South.
And it was 95 degrees out.
Hot as hell.
Polo shirts, nice shorts.
Classy.
Girls in sundresses.
All right. You've got my attention.
Yeah, definitely did not come out of their parents' basements. And like bros.
All right, so
like
let me.
Good hair, hat backward.
Right.
Polo shirt, bros.
Good hair.
Yeah, these guys, they got this flow. We didn't have flow.
We didn't have flow. So let me ask you a question. So are you thinking that it's a Northeast thing versus the dirty South? Or you think it's the NFL?
Well, I hate the
college?
Northeast. I hate anything but like North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Kentucky, Tennessee. Those are about the only states I like.
About Texas.
They got a problem now.
They do have a problem. What's the problem?
They just got a problem. It's not
We all have that problem.
It's not the way it used to be.
We all have those problems.
So,
see Eric Adams.
Why are we talking about Eric Adams?
Said something about a problem. He's got a problem.
Leave the guy alone. He didn't do anything.
Leave him alone.
He didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything.
No.
Okay.
Nothing.
So you're saying that New York just hands out indictments like it's nothing?
Apparently, it's 2 for 2.
They eat their own, folks. They eat their own.
So, you know, it just you go to that, and then like you walk around after the game, and you're just like, wow. So I went to a Jets game where to walk around after the game, I had to step on thrown food on the floor in the parking lot, broken glass, and like if I want to go hang out somewhere,
Broken
you can't.
glass everywhere. If it ain't about the money, Puff, no, we're not gonna do that.
No Diddy.
No Diddy?
No Diddy. I probably should have used a no Diddy comment when we were talking about Braylon Allen.
Yeah.
No Diddy.
The diddler. Speaking of diddler, so do you understand the language that your kids speak?
Yes, of course I do.
You get it?
I do.
Riz and Skibbity and all that stuff?
Of course.
Phantom Tax, not
Yes.
talking about OID?
Yes, our last video was beta.
Don't know what that means.
All
That was a fish, right?
It wasn't Sigma.
Alpha,
Definitely not
Epsilon.
Alpha.
So what I think is great though about all of the language that I don't understand is I know that Ohio is really bad, and Ohio is a godforsaken place. I love that Ohio is bad. Other than that, don't know what anything else means. Don't understand them.
So when I was pulling up, you're up to like 7 lawn signs.
There's 5.
No, there's not.
1,
There's-
2, 3, 4, 5.
And then there's one sitting on the floor over there.
Yeah, it's the
6.
5th one.
There's 7.
5.
But,
JoJo
so
Haunts.
at
JoJo
least,
Haunts.
So JoJo Haunts, he's got 2 pop-up tents outside. I don't know what those things are doing. What are those
It's
white
gonna
tents?
be. It's coming soon.
Coming soon. So anyway, but on the way here, so I only live 4 minutes from you, about a mile.
Yeah.
And I have to see 400,000 political signs on the one.
Yeah.
Like, who is making me want to vote for them because I saw their line sign more?
Line sign?
I got a problem.
I should put JoJo signs there.
That'd be pretty funny.
Scary Bean.
You just see these
best
guys.
sign-
They just keep driving and putting the sign.
I know,
It's like
I
you
know. It's like
idiots.
it's a waste of
nobody
resources.
cares. Nobody
This is-
needs to
this
see.
is what we're raising
but
money
who
for.
wants to do that? Like it's a waste of time.
People over here voting down the party line anyway. Who are we kidding? But one thing I will
But
say.
I'm just saying the lawn signs. I just don't get it.
You just want one with our stupid faces on it in front of my house.
Well, also because you have 7 of JoJo.
Oh, so my son gets 7, we get none.
None.
What's the good ratio?
I don't know. I mean,
We need a logo.
I wore a 2000 Citrus Bowl
I actually have that
shirt.
in yellow. I think you got it.
I
for
bought
me.
it for you.
Yeah.
You would never go to a bowl game because,
Nah, so many people.
but also like you don't leave the house.
Yeah. Got a nice couch.
So lawn signs are driving me nuts. And any other thing, and if you didn't notice, I walked outside again.
Yeah,
before.
why'd you go back out?
Car magnets. I don't care what team your kid plays for. I don't care what school your kid goes to. When did cars become like advertising for a school and a kid's sports team?
It's ridiculous. It's also pedophile. I think Bill Burr does something on that. Like pedophiles now, they know little Johnny and little Susie are in like 6th grade. It's weird. Why did you go back outside though?
I wanted to see if you had any because it was going to be good for this part of the conversation I want to have.
How long have we known each other?
42 minus
Carry the
14.
one.
28 years.
Yeah, and you think I have a lawn sign? I have lawn signs.
You're not lawn signs.
I don't
know.
car
Maybe
signs.
you're a magnet guy now.
I'm not a magnet guy.
But the magnet thing, pull in and drop James off at soccer practice, right? It's Monmouth United night, soccer. So every car there is for that team.
Okay.
Right? 10 teams practicing. And all these people have these magnets. Yeah. Like everywhere you go, you got to tell you, like that's where you're. So we go to the Clemson game, and everyone has the Clemson thing. So I'm hoping just game day. Like everything's orange there. They don't have pro teams. Okay. That's just their thing, I guess.
That's their thing.
And so
taping a podcast.
So like I just don't understand like the whole magnet thing. So John, my daughter goes to me, Dad, like where I go to college, then if you hate the magnets, because I'm talking about the magnets, if you hate the magnets, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to put something for my school?
That's a great question.
I said, sure. Those silver, like nice silver decals, and it's just the emblem of the team that you put right next to the license plate.
Okay.
I said I would do one of those.
So you're a classy broad.
My big truck, if you notice, I have an Alabama trailer hitch.
No, I didn't notice that.
I have that because my wife backed down my driveway into the car across the street and broke the trailer hitch cover.
Wait a second.
So that being said, I had to put a.
Didn't Steve hit that car also? It's the same car?
He hit a different car.
Oh, that parks there.
Yeah.
Why it makes no sense.
Yeah. So he hit one car. Marie hit another car, but that's why it has a trailer hitch because after she cracked the thing, then it was just like the ugly trailer hitch sticking out. So then we shoved one of those trailer hitches in there.
You gotta clean it up.
No Diddy. So.
The diddler.
I mean, I just don't understand the magnets.
What do you think that they're distracting us from with the Diddy stuff? What's the big crazy thing that's going on they're trying to distract us from?
I mean, what's not going on?
The Diddy thing, there's a distraction there. I don't know what it is yet. I'll figure it out.
Like, I don't understand. Like, if somebody came to my house, they would be like, and something happened, they would come in and they'd be like, oh, John's got 14,000 things of this or that in my house. Like, yeah, I got a lot of stuff in my house. You got Amazon regular delivery. Marie wants to kill me all the time for, I don't know, I forget to shut it off. So there's hundreds of things coming to the house.
It was like 10,000 bottles of lube.
It was like 1,000 bottles of.
Okay, do you know how much that is? Have you seen Old School?
Maybe he goes to Costco. I don't know. Maybe he shops at Costco.
You are making excuses for Diddy right now.
I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, you're saying distraction. Like, that came out as a distraction. Like, well, of all the things that he did wrong, like, that's the thing that's in the news?
It's so, you know how much that stretches? That little bottle could last a lifetime.
I've never
use
a
bottle
I
of
don't
baby
use baby oil, so how am I supposed to know?
That a whole bottle will last you your life. And he had 1,000 bottles.
All right, new topic.
All right. Take that.
I'm going to jump into Shedeur Sanders just because.
Why?
Because I hate him.
God.
He said that football's his life. If he doesn't make it...
Danny Rodriguez?
If he doesn't make it... Yeah, the soccer player.
Yeah.
Of course, soccer is my team that I own part of, the Dorking Wanderers. Shedeur says football's life. If he didn't play football, he'd be out in the streets.
Yeah. I mean, no.
Deion's worth like $50 million. Total clown.
Pizza's here. Go ahead. You do a monologue.
I mean, it's crazy that the pizza guy... You think that... So the pizza guy just said that he liked your decoration.
Yeah.
Do you think that he... Did he just... Oh, my God.
We got to pick up where we left off.
No, did he?
Oh, that sounds terrible. All right, so the pizza guy liked the decorations.
And do you think that he went to the lawn sign?
He absolutely subscribed.
So he could be watching us through the window right now.
Absolutely.
Since we're sitting in your
taping right now.
in your dining room.
All right, so I got to tell a quick story. So the other day, we're a big Halloween family. So we went to Spirit Halloween.
Are you really a big Halloween family, or are you a big Halloween? You are the Chevy Chase of Halloween.
Yeah.
So you like it, JoJo likes it, Jamie hates this. There's no way that she likes any of what's going on.
She is not happy. But at the end of the day,
like in the dark, I'm
scary.
I'm handicapped.
Yeah.
Like, how am I gonna?
So I'm just gonna jump out of you. Nothing's on right now.
No, but I'm gonna trip over all the wires that you got here.
It's just a setup.
You need to bury the wires.
We're not ready yet.
To just have the electric.
Speaking of burying, so we went to Spirit Halloween, and I got my neighbor's daughter a matching costume for my daughter. So it wasn't a big deal. I wasn't looking for the money. Can you let me tell a story? So
I'm just asking.
He texted me, "Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. How much do I owe you?" I said, "Don't worry about it."
Is this nice guy Ted?
No. This is nice guy Dave. Hell of a guy.
Nice guy Ted didn't make the podcast.
He's very upset.
You're not a good. You're not today, a good. Nice guy Ted. Bad guy Joe.
Even today, he mentioned a couple people. He said, "If they get on before me, that's it. We're done." So anyway.
All right. Maybe we'll call him today.
Maybe we'll see what happens. So I said, "Don't worry about it." He goes, "Give me a Venmo. I'm gonna put." I think he said a salacious photo.
The flies flying around here. Is he part of like Halloween decorations?
Yeah, it's probably a robot.
It's like a spider.
Right. So he said I'm going to put a salacious photo in your mailbox. And I was like, I'd rather the salacious photo. So I go to my car the next morning to go to work, and they get a manila folder.
Fly.
So I open up the manila folder, and there's the cash.
And the diddler.
And one bottle of Johnson & Johnson baby oil that will literally last you your whole lifetime. He had 1,000 of these. This man.
But were they that size? They might have been bigger
Probably
or smaller.
bigger.
Or small.
They were probably bigger.
All right, so Shador,
Hilarious.
he's going to be out in the street, so I guess Dion doesn't have any money.
Prime's got plenty of money. Next!
Johnny Football. So on my flight, right, so I downloaded, and you can make fun of this, no Diddy, Selling Sunset. I never knew that Johnny Football was married to Brie.
Wait, this is really what we're talking
But
about.
it just made me think of
This
the
is what
fact
we're
that
talking
Shador Sanders is having a rap concert in his, what's it called? In his, like, after the game, after he beats, who did they beat last week?
Oh, they finally won.
They beat somebody bad.
Yeah. Well, it's not gonna be
But meanwhile,
anybody
Johnny Football beat Alabama when they were number 1. He was probably on a bender from 3 days. And he was just...
good. Now, his show was good on Netflix.
What about Matt Sluka?
I don't even know who that is.
That's the UNLV quarterback who said that he was guaranteed $100,000 for going to UNLV. They're 3-0. They've only given him $3,000 so far. So he said, "Where's my other 97?" They said they don't have it. He said, "I'm redshirting. See ya."
Wow.
Peace. Number 2 running back, same thing.
Wow.
He didn't get his money. So I didn't know that you could just determine if you wanted to redshirt, but apparently that's the thing.
Well, I also wouldn't think...
One of USC's best players, did the same thing.
I wouldn't think that you could have a deal and then just not get paid.
Apparently you can. Do you see Clinton Portis, how he got recruited?
Probably with a duffel bag of cash.
So, probably, but...
Or 2.
He was in Miami at a strip club, and he was in a strip club, and he was banged up, and there was some things being said, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm in." Not being in to commit to like play for Miami.
Oh.
He was saying about something else. The next day, he's hungover. He's in the elevator with his mom and all the coaches. Like, coach is getting elevated. "Hey, congratulations! So happy to have you aboard."
Great night last
And he's
night.
looking at his mom, and he's had no idea that he committed to Miami.
Is he part of the 7th floor?
He had a good career.
7th floor gang?
I don't think so.
How about Greg Olson? Like, how does that just get like, don't ever bring that up again?
He's a Jersey kid.
Is he?
Yeah.
What do you think about Portnoy?
That he's going to give NIL deals to Michigan quarterbacks.
$3 million.
He's a genius.
I love it.
He's a genius. They were talking about it today, how like they're trying to figure out how they're going to spread like $20 million across sports per team for the Big Five or whatever. I don't know how that's ever going to work.
The economics of college football is an absolute.
Well,
mystery.
once you tell a guy, "I'm going to give you $100,000 to come here," and then you don't give it to him and he redshirts, it's a business. It's not. I love it.
It is.
It's just like Oklahoma's faking injuries against Tennessee last week.
Speaking of real or fake, here's our next new segment called Real or Fake. Let's cut right into Real or Fake. Ready?
Before we do that,
No. It's perfect. It's just
so Oklahoma's faking injuries.
God.
Tennessee beats them, and they're playing "Ain't No Love in Oklahoma." So Josh Heupel's doing his interview, and they're playing that song in the background. There's nothing better than rivalries in college football. And that's not even a rivalry yet. Go ahead, real or fake?
No. All right. So real or fake? Ghosts.
Real.
Real. Okay.
Like, not ghosts like in the hanky pant, like in the no Diddy. No, baby. Or
The hanky panky. What's a hanky
like
panky
the tissue,
ghost?
like the tissue ghosts. I don't think are real.
Like the stuff in front of my house.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are
not real. Right, but there's like ghosts,
Like spirits.
Spirits are real. Yeah.
All right. What about? Let's stay on the same vein then. What about psychics?
Real.
Psychics are real. Ghosts are real. And what about Tamar Hamlin?
Well, he killed somebody so far this year.
That's where I'm going with this. Real or fake?
Then he intercepted it, and he's not that fast anymore when he intercepted it. So is he not fast because he died last year or because it's not him?
Real or fake?
Fake.
Fake. All right.
That was all you had for real or fake?
I want to save some. I have a couple other ones.
All right.
That was real or fake?
Who's worse? Trevor Lawrence or Daniel
Yes.
Jones?
Oh, Daniel Jones.
Because
Absolutely.
if you look at their numbers,
They're the
Daniel
same.
Jones has better numbers than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, but Trevor Lawrence has the flow.
But he's brutal.
He's not good. He starts on 2 of my fantasy leagues.
Who's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL right now?
Dak Prescott.
How much is he making?
He's making, well, all but $9 million is guaranteed.
$60 million.
Yeah.
What's his record?
Right now, 1 and 2.
Who's the second highest paid? It's a tie between 3.
Daniel Jones.
Joe Burrow. What's his record? $55 million.
Yeah.
What's his record?
0 and 3.
Who's tied with him?
Trev.
$55 million. What's his record?
0 and 3.
Next?
Um,
Also tied, $55 million.
it's not Daniel Jones.
Jordan Love.
Oh,
0-1. Number 5.
Daniel Jones.
No, he's dead.
Deshaun Watson. Oh, Tua.
Yeah.
He's dead.
$53 million.
All right.
So
who comes back when Tua comes back to life? Real or fake?
nah, he's alive.
They're gonna get Marcus Mariota.
Do you think
Man, like Teo's gonna
so,
come back.
so
As
there,
Tua
there's
starting
been
to
some
fight
things that I've seen on the internet.
Well, maybe
like,
his brother.
Mike McDaniels is not a real coach.
What does
Apparently.
that mean?
He's like a spreadsheet geek or something. Like
He's a herb.
he doesn't know how to
Do you
coach
see?
football.
Do you see the pictures of him from like 3 years ago?
I know, but he
now?
doesn't know how to coach football. Apparently, he's gonna get fired.
Listen, he's not gonna get fired.
I got one more thing on the NFL about how fake it is and how much I hate it.
We're not gonna talk about Cowboys Giants.
Oh, we're gonna do that.
No.
But this is like the last thing I really feel like talking about. Everything else,
All right.
CeeDee Lamb,
Yeah, we'll
jerk.
see what happens.
What
CeeDee Lamb
Mets
jerk.
stat did they put up for Kobe Clemens the other day when he was batting?
That
in
they
Citi
just
Field.
hit a home run off him. Pistol Pete just hit a home run off him.
No, Mike Piazza batted 421 off his dad in his career. That was actually pretty funny.
No, that is pretty funny.
Anyway,
That whole thing. I mean, Piazza should just punch him.
so
dead.
Tom Brady played 22 seasons.
He also made out with his son.
He didn't make it out. He just kissed him on the lips.
Weird.
No Diddy, no matter what. But Tom Brady's a GOAT, so it doesn't matter. So okay, for how many years, what team did they always say got all the calls?
What are we talking about? Football?
Yeah.
Patriots.
All right, now who does now?
Chiefs.
Okay. That was clearly pass interference the other night.
Yeah.
How many times do you think in 22 seasons Brady had interceptions overturned for penalties? And I
So
think this
you're
is
leading-
I think this is a stupid stat
Yeah,
because
but you're leading though.
because like there could have been guys off sides, Brady throws
Yeah.
a pick. But anyway, how many times in 22 seasons did Brady throw a pick that got reversed?
It's going to be next to nothing because you would think it would be something a lot. I'll say 5 times.
16 times.
Okay. It's nothing.
In Mahomes' 6 years, how many times has he had them?
In his 6 years,
How many times has he had an interception overturned?
6 years, probably 60.
22.
That's a lot.
So, I'm just throwing it out there that if you want to talk about
Lay it out.
and
You're laying it out for us to play it out.
laying it out.
I don't know how I feel about this.
By the way, the White Sox hit 120 losses.
You know what we should do with that team?
What?
So I've talked to
You want to buy a piece of them?
What? No.
No.
Buy low, sell high. So relegation. They're not really talking about relegation again.
We should probably be relegated from picking.
Absolutely. Well, no. There is a bright spot. There is an absolute bright spot.
It's not Uncle Joe.
It is definitely not Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe lost the house. He's fighting people for cans. He's broken families.
I called him Chuck Pagano today.
Are we even calling him
Chuck
today?
Pagano's 3-0. He said not to call him, but I'm going to
Yeah.
call him anyway.
All right.
He's down in the dumps.
We got to go Oppo Taco. But let me just say one
He's
thing.
down in the dumps.
The Joe, and you have to agree with this, the Joe Knapp Sleepy Dog Pick of the Week is 3-0 with last two of the three money line winners.
All right, so overall,
Command-
I'm 7-6 in college. You're 4-9.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
I'm 6-6 in the NFL. You're 8-5.
Yeah.
Uncle
I had a
Joe
better week.
is 0-4.
Yeah. Uncle Joe, abysmal. Great guy. Love having him on the show.
Brutal.
And the picks.
First college game, number 16 Notre Dame -6.5 at Louisville. Louisville's number 15. Louisville's 4-0.
Notre Dame.
Same. Kansas State, number 23 Kansas State at home -5 against Oklahoma State.
Manhattan.
Against Oklahoma State.
I'm gonna go with Oklahoma State because I just do.
All right, I got Kansas State.
All right.
Number 12 Michigan -9.5 against
Hail to the
Minnesota.
victors. Who's playing quarterback?
So these two teams, Minnesota and Michigan, combined for 90. No, not that wrong stat. Michigan, Iowa combined for 94 passing yards last week. Diddy.
There's going to be a party in the end zone, folks. One of these weeks, there's going to be a party in the end zone, and I will put a short
How many
out there.
passes did he complete last week?
Oh, abysmal. Do you want me to find out?
No.
He probably completed less than 10. No, less than 10.
All right, so I'm going Minnesota. You're clearly going Michigan.
100%.
The Trump game.
Ooh, Bama.
UGA, -2 against Bama. First time Bama's been a home dog.
Wow.
Since like 2007.
How do you not take Bama as a home dog? I don't. UGA.
And last but not least, the Fighting Illini, number 19 Fighting Illini at Penn State. Penn State -9, -19.5 points. I'm going Illinois. I mean, you got the baby oil.
Diddy is Sandusky. I gotta go. I don't want to say the words, but the signs. Give me Sandusky's.
All right. We'll jump to the NFL. Clearly, we're picking tonight's game.
Absolutely.
I got the Giants +5.5.
Why?
Because they're going to win. So, interestingly enough, I learned something today on the McAfee show. They were going over trends. So, 76% or 78% of the money in the bets. It was like 82% of the bets, 78% of the money is on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But the line is going down. I think it's at 5 now. Is it going down?
I see 5.5.
So, it's the reverse trend they're talking. So the people in the know.
Is it an inverted yield curve?
I don't know what it is, but it's called. What did I just call it the first time?
I don't know. Something with a trend.
It's the people that know that have money.
The sharp
it's
money.
not the big money.
It's the
smart money.
Oh, it's the smart money.
Or the sharp money is going on the Giants. So I'm taking the Giants.
The G ladies.
You're taking the Cowboys.
Absolutely. So last week when you would take, I knew you had to take the Ravens, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I would probably take the Ravens too, but I can't. This game, the Cowboys get right here, go over CeeDee Lamb, go over Rico.
CeeDee Lamb's not even talking to
Rico,
Dak.
I don't care. Rico Dowdle over receiving yards. I like that. Zeke's not going to do anything. He might get a touchdown, but yeah, I would go over Dak, CD.
Both teams'
Rico.
defenses stink, so you could probably go over in the game too. My second pick is maybe I'm just losing it.
Probably
the Rams +3.
That's an absurd pick.
On the road against the Bears. The Bears are favorites against anybody.
The monsters of the Midway.
Stop it. Then I'm going to go Niners, even though Brock Purdy might not play, Kittle might not play. The Patriots last week, they're terrible. And I'm clearly going to take the Jets because Aaron Rodgers is amazing. All right, who are your picks?
All right, so we got the Cowboys. That's an easy breezy pick right there. We're going to go with the... I don't want to do that. I kind of want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm going to take the Chiefs, -7 in San Diego.
You're the biggest front runner going.
I'm going to do
Go
that.
ahead.
My third pick is, I'm going to go, Life with G. My third pick, I'm going to go with the Colts at home, +1.5. And one might say,
Every
Joe,
week. Nobody cares about the Colts. Keep going.
that's your
Nobody
sleeper
cares
dog
about
pick.
your idea.
That's not the sleeper dog pick. Now, the sleeper dog pick has a lot of pressure on it this week because we're 3-0. All right, and we're just
3-0, but barely over 500 overall, so I don't know how much that
so
pick
the
matters.
ones that actually count. I mean, I'm giving a +7.5 to
All right,
win
let's go.
straight.
Give us the pick.
It's not really going out on a limb. They go down to the Great Crab Cake and take care of business. Give me Josh Allen plus the 2.5 in Baltimore as the sleeper dog. Pick of the week.
You really went out on a limb +2.5.
Gotta win. I'm not gonna pick a 7.5 point dog to win every week.
But the dogs that are over 6.5 points have been covered.
Speaking of the dog.
Hello. Are you
boy.
alive?
It's that time
boy.
again.
Oh my God!
We're calling you from the
Hold on 1
streets.
second.
Come on, Chuck Pagano.
Yeah,
Chuck,
all right.
Chuck Pagano's
I
3.
told you-
Chuck Pagano's 3-0. You're 0-4.
I told you I'd pay you tomorrow, not tonight. I told you Friday night I'd straighten out with you. I don't straighten out on Thursday night.
Uh-oh, he's
right.
got the guys
Hello?
at his house.
Listen.
All right.
Listen. All right. So here's the situation.
Hold on. So you still got your house. You cashed in all your cans.
Right. But now if you played against me.
What'd you tell us to do? What'd you tell us to do with the Niners last week in case your tease
just in
didn't
case
win?
the tease didn't work. Pull the ripcord.
I'm telling you, this is it.
All right. Like you quit when you lose this one, or this is it? Like
If I lose
put the
this
house
one,
on this
The
one.
podcast is over anyway. So.
I'm done because you want to know why I'm done? Because I can't pay my phone bill.
All right.
So don't bother calling me. So here's the situation. Now, and I got some reasons for this.
All right. Before you go into your pick,
Let the man talk.
No. You got to ask You got to ask the question. If you're a fan of two teams, the Giants and the Cowboys,
Oh, that's right.
and they're both playing tonight,
That's right. You're on the fence.
what hat do you have on? So he wears winter hats all year round.
Okay.
His head gets
Now,
cold.
So it is all year round. I have a hat on. You know?
Right.
So what I do tonight is, how about those Cowboys?
There we go. There we go. Cue the Jimmy Johnson meme.
And that gets me into my Hooters tease.
Uncle Joe and Hooters.
Good.
Cowboys +1.
I like it.
49ers -4.
Nothing.
Without Brock Purdy and Kittle.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
They don't need them.
They don't need
Who's
him.
their backup quarterback?
It's
Doesn't
just
matter.
like I told you last week, right? Miami didn't need the quarterback neither. You saw what happened there.
You know what the funny thing is? You had the Vikings right on. I mean, they won. They won by like
I
25.
had the Vikings, yeah.
But-
Didn't
But-
Skylar Thompson get knocked out too?
I don't know, but they knocked me out of the guillotine league because
that's
Tyreek
right.
Hill had
I'm
one
telling
catch.
you, I knew the Vikings were going to win. I got another one for you. This is it.
Bonus.
This is a winner. This is a winner. And it's the Lions. Lions -3.5.
Okay.
All right.
Now, I'm going to tell you why. This every time he loses a game, he's got to move. He's moved twice already.
Oh, Campbell?
He can't afford to lose again. He'll be back in his. He's going to run out of boxes and tape the ball there. I'm
Oh,
telling you.
God.
You know, the guy that's rough out there. You lose a game, you got to move.
You got him.
All right, so
Burn the house down.
you
That's
got the
it.
Cowboys, the Niners, and the Lions. All
A
right.
3-pack.
Do the Mets make the playoffs?
Mets make the playoffs.
Mets make the playoffs.
He's thinking.
I think they would have been in better shape, but now that they got to play all these games on Mondays and stuff, I'm not sure about that.
Double header. It might come
Yeah, but
down.
it worked out in their
It
favor,
might
though.
come down to a double header.
Double dip
on Monday
in the house,
against
in
the
the
Braves.
House of Horrors.
Yeah.
In the House of Horrors.
You wanna go
I
to
don't
that?
know about that.
Atlanta?
But
Yeah, you want to
have
go to the
leave
game?
now. We'll have to leave
No,
now.
but Uncle Joe, he drives. He'll drive us
I
there.
drive, yeah.
I'm a driver too.
Yeah, but he's got an electric
Yeah,
car. It's not going
we'll
to make
stop
it.
every 40 miles.
Yeah, it's not going to make it. That's why if you haven't seen him in a while, it's because the car
charging.
can't get over the bridge. He's got to charge it.
Got to charge it up.
Oh, you got one of those electric cars. huh?
Yeah. Don't
Yeah, he's
ask.
a liberal.
I got to ask you guys, how you been doing with your picks?
So
My sleepy dog, Nap Sleepy Dog, 3-0.
Yeah.
2 money line winners back to back. I had command. Let me
he's
talk.
4-9 in college.
Don't worry about that. Commanders money line last week winner. Falcons
There you
in
go.
Philly money line winner, and Arizona at Buffalo covered 3-0.
That
Sleepy
sleepy
dog.
dog, I tell you.
Sleepy dog. This week I went with the Bills in Baltimore. Not a huge dog, but a winning dog.
he picked a pick'em game.
2.5.
That's a big one.
2.5.
What are you? He's like Jim Feinstein. Remember Jim Feinstein? You pay for the picks.
You go 3-0, and they want to take you down, but I'm still standing.
All right.
That's what it is.
Until next week.
Listen, I'm sorry I missed the production meeting. Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't invited.
Well,
All right.
you told me you didn't even want me to call you
We
this
haven't
week.
had one yet.
All right.
This is it, boys.
Yeah.
All right.
If I don't win this weekend, I'm done.
This
All
is
right.
this is game 7 tonight.
All right.
I got a guy that's mental and.
All right. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Uncle Joe.
All right, take care.
All right. Bye.
He's got a hit.
I mean,
He's got a hit.
it's this is killing him, right?
Of course it
As a
is.
gambler,
He's,
like,
listen,
it's-
he got a
it's
reputation.
it's killing him.
And the people are watching. Not many, but there are people watching. I can't believe we only had 100 views. And those are the picks.
And those are the picks. So this might be it.
This might be it. So this is an elimination game, folks. I'm going to be honest with you. I enjoy this very much.
Did you order the lawn sign? Because the lawn sign might be able to help. All these people that drive up this block
Yeah.
might start taking pictures of the lawn sign. Did you order
This
sweatshirts?
just died. This is all going to shit.
I don't understand. Your computer just died. Is it because your car's using all the electricity?
All the juice. Yeah, listen, I really enjoy doing this. I think it's a lot of fun. But if nobody's watching,
You could find something better to do with your time, probably.
yeah, I'd be preparing for the
Your
Cowboys
wife,
game right
your
now.
wife could have this back. You'll still have lawn
You see all
signs.
the Halloween
You'll
stuff?
still have lawn signs all over there.
Lou will like that. That's the Halloween version of me and my wife back there. But listen, there was a lot to talk about this week. A lot went on. Again, the whole thing is I want to go live. You don't want. You're afraid. You stay here. We'll just drink these.
Nobody's afraid to go
You're
live.
afraid to go live.
But I'm
we'll
not
put
going
the
live
Cowboy
sitting
game on.
here.
We'll put the Cowboy. Do a Manning cast. Why not? See what happens. Put it in. See what happens.
How many people would have to? Is this Ted?
This is
So,
Oh boy,
so
first
folks,
time.
So last week, Ted called.
Nice guy.
Ted is nice guy Ted.
Nice guy Ted. Hell
He's
of a
like
guy.
Al Borland. He's like Al Borland to Joe.
I mean, he doesn't have a beard.
But it doesn't matter. He's the neighbor who you talk to over the fence.
Yeah, we talk.
howdy, neighbor.
So, Ted calls last week right after the podcast ends
He
or
did.
whatever this
He
is,
did.
and Joe doesn't put him on.
The thing couldn't have been an hour long.
He
It
was
could have been an hour long. I was the first time, long time too.
It was the first time, long time. All right, so Ted, so you're live right now on the air.
So Ted, who
Hi,
wins?
gentlemen.
Who wins tonight? Giants, Cowboys.
Cowboys by a mile.
by a mile.
All right. Do you have
Ted, what team?
Do you have? Hold on.
What's your rooting interest, Ted? Who do you like? Let the
I'm
people-
a Giants fan, but I'm also a realist. Cowboys by a mile.
All right. So we had a lot of different things that we talked about. Do you have any lawn signs in front of your house?
Do I have any lawn signs in front of my house? I do not.
All right.
There's
And how
enough-
many
there's
lawn?
enough next
How many
door.
lawn signs does Joe have on the front of his house?
I'm counting at least 4.
Thank you. I have 5.
There's like 7.
There's 5. He's
Are
got
there
7.
any of this podcast?
None.
No, there's not. There's signs of his other interests,
Venture.
but not of this podcast.
So he says that his family loves Halloween. Do you think his wife likes Halloween? And,
No.
and what's going on out there?
No.
She's ready to kill him
Right.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 random white tents up now.
with nothing in them.
Yeah, like this. It's not a wedding. Like I don't know what's going on there.
We're gonna have this year's Halloween party under them.
Now, Ted,
right.
next question. For
budget
you.
cuts.
Next question for you. Do you have any magnets on your car?
I do.
He does. He's a magnet
He's a
man.
magnet guy.
Magneto.
No. So
When they're not being shuffled out for car washes, I usually have 2 to 3 on each car.
2 to 3.
your car is not an advertising.
It's an
It is
advertisement.
not. It is not. It is my kids' sports, but it is not my. It is nothing beyond that.
So were you
got an
at?
idea.
Did you happen to be at the park today for practice?
No,
Say
we
that
were
again.
hiking.
He
We
was
were hiking. Yeah,
Oh.
he wasn't at
So
practice.
I'm just saying. So if his car was there, he's one of the people I was talking about earlier in the
100%.
show.
So John has a problem when people put magnets on their car.
Magnets,
Magnets on the car.
and
Is
sign
it any magnets or is it more than one?
any magnet. I just
Any magnet.
your car's
So
not
you're
an
a
advertising thing
Monica
for your
United-
kids'
you're
sports
not a
or your
Monica
school.
United magnet guy.
Not a
What
magnet
if?
guy.
What if?
And I'm not a lawn sign guy.
What
I
if-
don't care who you're voting for. I don't care who your kids are. I don't care if your kid's in the honor roll. I don't care if
Listen.
your kid graduated. No lawn sign.
We can all agree on
What
one
about
thing.
John? What about that happy birthday COVID signs? The
I
big
didn't.
signs that people
I mean,
started putting on their lawns for
you know
happy
what?
birthday.
We might have did that. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
A lot
know.
of people did
Hypocrite. He's
Oh
a
no!
flip-flopper
I
and a
did that.
hypocrite.
Actually, Florida Bill owns a company, and I was supporting his company when we did that. Florida Bill from last week.
Okay.
that. Okay.
So I think we could all agree
And
on
one
one
other
thing.
thing.
So you're a pseudo lawn sign guy.
Nah, I'm not a lawn sign
Nah,
guy.
he's
No
full of
lawn
crap.
signs, no magnets.
He's full
Last
of
question,
crap.
Ted, before we let you go.
Yes, sir.
Do you use baby oil?
I do not.
Okay.
I knew that. Does the guy sitting next to you use baby oil?
Apparently, he had it ready to go.
Dave
no,
Dave left some in my car.
no Diddy. He had baby oil.
There's
Very
a story.
strange.
There's a story
So wait,
behind it.
do you use baby oil for tanning and non-tanning?
No, I don't use it for anything. I got it gifted to me.
Gifted. So somebody wouldn't give somebody baby oil
Dave.
unless they knew they used it.
Dave up the block.
But
The
somebody
seal
would give somebody
and the
baby
There's a
oil.
story.
the
There's a
seal
story
is broken.
behind
The
it.
seal is broken.
There's a
Ted.
story behind it. Not that kind of
like
story.
it's
No
open.
Diddy.
Like it's open.
Oh,
Very
it's
funny.
open. Oh, I don't know.
Weird.
What to say
Very
there.
funny. Very funny. That thing would last a lifetime. He had 1,000 bottles of it, and they were big bottles, I'm sure.
He might just shop in Costco.
Yeah.
He might.
The diddler.
All right.
Ted, listen, thanks for adding value to the
thanks for having me
podcast.
on, Jeff. Love what you're doing. Keep
I
up
don't.
the work.
I don't do any of this stuff, so I don't know if you're going to be on or if
You're
this was
on.
just we
You're
called
on.
you
No,
for fun.
appreciate you guys having me on. Keep doing what you're doing.
All
Thanks,
right, we'll
Ed.
talk to you soon.
See you guys.
Let's go Cowboys.
All right, it's time to ding, ding, ding. Go ahead.
All right, everybody, as we like to close every show, we like to thank you for your support. And if you enjoyed listening to us ramble, rant, and rave about nonsense today, please like, subscribe. And how about them Cowboys?
Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe, how about them Cowboys? We need a win tonight, boys. How about them Cowboys?